Hello, friends. We're alive.
Hi. I know. Long time
And
no
by
see.
we, I mean me. I'm no longer dying. Isn't
I
that
wasn't.
fantastic?
I wasn't ever dying.
I know. I was.
You were,
It was
and we're
rough.
glad you're better now. I know it really
Oh my
was though.
God.
You guys should have been there. Like, there was a whole text to speech and
Yeah.
stuff. It was wild, but we made it through. I mean, you made
Honestly,
it
if it didn't
through.
get better, I was gonna just I was gonna record an episode with that freaking Texas Beach bot. I swear to God.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That would have been fucking hilarious,
That
actually.
would have been actually, yeah.
But
It
yeah.
sucks though when you're like sick, and in the attempts to make yourself better, you make yourself sick
Makes
with
it worse.
something else.
Right. So yes, for those of you that don't know, I had a pretty bad cold to start out the new year because, you know, I have to start out strong. And it was so bad that I was just like drowning myself in like cough syrup and cough drops and tea and whatever. But the cough drops and cough syrup that I had both had a ton of menthol in it. Which, if you don't know, menthol dries out your throat really, really quickly. And if you have too much of it and then irritate your throat with, like, coughing, for example, you end up getting laryngitis and can't
Yep.
speak for a week and a half. So that was fun.
But he made it, you guys, and that's what matters.
Right? I can actually talk again, which is crazy.
It is.
Because, like, trying to work while I couldn't speak was kind of nuts because I work in customer service. And I just, like, croaked my way through work every day.
Brutal.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Also, I think it's been since the new year. Wait, has it?
Oh, my God. We haven't seen you guys since last year.
Oh, my God. It's been so long.
That's right. I totally forgot we haven't. This is our first episode of 2025.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Hi, how are you?
Right. How has your year been?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We're back on our antics.
Honestly, okay. This weekend was like, I don't know what happened, but the like crackhead energy was all kinds of crazy this weekend.
It was.
Like while we were streaming D&D on Saturday. Mostly after D&D was.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, well, yeah.
Oh my God, yesterday was so spicy.
I know. You guys, okay, this is also going to be part of our get to know you question. And it's going to tie back into stream and why you should go watch us. So, Link.
What?
Ranch or no ranch?
Oh my God, you fucking bitch. I fucking can't. Ugh.
I realized after the fact that I fully misunderstood what my sister had asked.
You did.
So,
and then you yelled at me.
And then I yelled at you. And then you called me a stupid fuck. And I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so Akuma was asking us, already had ranch, right? She asks us, you guys, do you dip your pizza in ranch? Me, not fully listening because I'm a dickhead and my attention span is 0 lately. I'm like, oh my God, she's asking if she wants ranch with her pizza or not. Obviously she does. And both Blade and Link are like, nah, I'm not from that area and I don't like sauces. And I was like, you're both wrong. And I went on a whole tirade about how pizza's better with a ranch and why Akuma should in fact use it while she's actively eting her pizza with ranch, and we're screaming at each other. So
because it wasn't the question she asked.
No, I know that now. I realized that after the fact. I went and like listened to it, and like when you called me that, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, oh my God. I fully understood wrong what she had asked. She was asking if we like ranch with our pizza. The answer is yes, I do like ranch with my pizza.
No, I don't care for it. I was going to say that I don't like ranch. I do like ranch in the right context. I love a good like chicken bacon ranch wrap. Those are
Oh
great.
yeah, those are good. Yeah,
But I'm not really a sauce person
that's
when it
fair.
comes to a lot of things. So I don't dip my pizza in extra sauces because it already has sauce on it.
Yeah. Well, see, and
Um,
I was also coming from the area of like I know my sister. I've grown up with her. I know that she likes ranch with her
right.
pizza. So I was like, why
Which
is
is
this
why
even a
she already
question?
had it.
Yeah, and I was like, why are you questioning if we want ranch with your if you want ranch with your pizza? Yeah, you want it, duh.
Right.
Like that's fully where my head was at. But I
I
was a
am
dick about it. I'll
screaming.
be honest. I was a huge asshole about it.
It's okay. We had a lot of very intense food conversation yesterday
We
and
did.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Um, normally I got yelled at a lot for not liking soup this weekend,
you did.
which
Yeah.
sue me. I don't like soup.
I I
Why is that a problem?
so it's so funny because like I really defend soup and it's mostly because of pho and like ramen because I love the broth. Like I think it's one of the like more flavorful parts that I like really add a lot to and like really zhuzh up and like there's something about having that warm flavorful like broth that like kind of ties it all in for me and like I love drinking that after the fact or like in the middle and like it always soothes my throat and like kind of clears out my sinuses more than just like the food does. So that's part of it for me. Otherwise, I don't really eat a lot of soup. It's mostly pho. And then there's like this black garlic ramen at this place that I go to, and it's one of the best ramens I've ever had in my life. It's so good. But then like otherwise other soups, I'm like I'm not gonna like fight someone over soup. Granted, a good tomato basil with some grilled cheese is top tier.
But see, here's the thing with that is that I will have tomato soup with grilled
Yeah,
cheese, but it's
but you
like
have
I
it
think
as
it
a
was Kimmy.
sauce, not a
Right,
soup.
it's a dipping sauce, kind
Yeah,
of. Yeah, I will dip my grilled cheese in the tomato soup. The instant that the grilled cheese is gone, no, we're done with the soup.
you just make another grilled cheese.
Actually, yeah. If I have too much soup left, that is absolutely what I do.
Me too.
Um, but I've like over the years of my life, I have gotten very good at avoiding soup.
hmm
Like when I make like instant ramen, I am very good at using just exactly the right amount of water to cook the noodles in so that when it's done cooking the noodles, there's no water left.
I mean, that's a talent.
I know. It's a very exact science that I have. I don't even measure anything. I just eyeball it and it always works.
See, and I'm like kind of the opposite where I like make it with a little extra broth because like I just love. I like I like the broth.
But see, if it has too much broth, then the noodles don't have any flavor because all the flavor is still in the water.
I mean, you make a good point, but there's other things in there that also add flavor components.
Yeah, but if I'm making instant ramen, I'm not putting anything in it.
That's fair. I don't usually either.
Although,
Actually, when I
actually,
was when I was super broke and eggs weren't $30 a carton, um, that's an exaggeration, but also not really. Um, I would take a ramen packet and then fry 2 eggs and put a slice of cheese on top, and that would be my dinner.
okay, listen. I in my ramen of with no broth in it, if you put like cheese in that and
hmm
it like melts and like coats all the noodles around, it is very very good actually
Yeah, I've seen
because
people
it's
do
all like
that.
smooth and creamy, cheesy.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen people do it where I think they do like a little bit of Kewpie mayo, an egg yolk, some sriracha or like spicy seasoning, and they mix that with a little tiny bit of like the cooking water to like thin it out, and then put the noodles into that, and it makes this like spicy, creamy, and I think they add a little cheese too, like spicy, creamy, cheesy,
you
thick
lost me at
sauce.
mayo, bro.
I don't know what people do. I'm just telling you the videos I've seen. I've never done it, but it looks
Yeah,
pretty good. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not. I'm
lie.
not a big mayo person.
I'm
I
not
don't mind
either.
mayo when it's mixed in the right ratio with ketchup on a burger.
hmm
But that's really about it. Not like,
That's fair.
and like people put mayo on like their chicken burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
And like that's like how it comes. Like if you go to like any like fast food place or anything like that, it usually comes with that. If I'm having it at home, I don't put mayo on it. I actually put ketchup on it.
Honestly, that's valid. I've
been told
mayo.
that I'm so weird for that.
I don't think so. I mean, you like what you like, and like there's times where like the mayo is too much too. Like I've had like a spicy chicken sandwich or a spicy McChicken, whatever the hell it is, from like McDonald's before. And one time it was like so mayo-y that it like started to gross me out a bit.
So
and
go ahead. Sorry, finish. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I grew up on Miracle Whip.
Right.
And my dad didn't like it, but he put up with it for my mom. And so we grew up on Miracle Whip, and then when she left, we went to mayonnaise, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
What is this bullshit?
What is this? And that's why I'm diabetic.
Oh my god.
They add sugar to Miracle Whip. It's so like I don't like it anymore because I've been on mayonnaise for so long now at this point that I just don't like any of it. But
Cool Whip. That's the best whip. Love Cool Whip.
Yeah, it is. Cool
Anyways,
Whip.
So you said McDonald's, and it reminded me. So last week, there was an incident where I work that our entire mall got evacuated and shut down for the whole day.
Right.
And so I was at work when this happened. So me and my manager, and then we have 2 stores in the mall. So the full-time, he and the manager from the other store, we all were like just outside, standing outside the door because we didn't know that they weren't going to let us back, like that they were closing for the rest of the day for a while. So like they kicked us out at like 1:20, and then eventually by like 2:00 we just decided that we were just going to all go across the street to McDonald's because we had no idea how long we were going to be kicked out for.
Right.
So we went to go get lunch.
Naturally.
Right. And so I got a like a chicken sandwich, and I don't know what kind of crack the person that was making my chicken sandwich was on, but literally, you know how McDonald's has that like the like really small like shredded lettuce that they use?
Yeah.
So like I open the box that my sandwich is in, and I take out the sandwich, and like the whole box is just full of lettuce.
What the hell?
Right. And I'm like, and there's barely any on the sandwich. And it's like, who missed the sandwich? Like, what is this? Like,
what is aim, bro?
Right. And like, it's fine because like I'm not that big of a fan of McDonald's lettuce because like sometimes depending on like the sandwich, it's kind of soggy and gross. So it wasn't that big of a deal that it wasn't on the sandwich, but I'm just like, why is there so much of it? Like there is more in the box than what should be on the sandwich if they had put it on the sandwich.
That's wild.
Right. So, yeah. And then eventually we got to go back in around 2:45 just to close up our stores and then leave again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we were just kicked out for like 2 hours.
That's wild.
And then I got half of my day of work paid for without actually having to be at work, so.
Yay, we love that.
Right.
I wish that could be every day.
Right? I was sitting at home and I was like, because I had to work the next day, I was like, what do we think the odds are that they're going to keep it closed tomorrow too? Like, they didn't. I had to go to work the next day. It was sad. But sad. It's fine. Well, oh my God, it was so bad though, because like, it happened on a Thursday and we had got a big, shipment of stock on the Thursday that we didn't know was coming for sure because it was like a direct transfer from another store that they don't have like a specific delivery date for. It just kind of shows up when it shows up.
Right.
And it was like 2 massive cartloads. It was like probably, I don't know, 30 boxes.
Oh my God.
And then it showed up at like noon. So I didn't have a ton of time to get through a lot of it before this happened.
Yeah.
And so we just had to leave it there. And our back room was already full of like 30 other boxes that were left over from Wednesday's shipment that we didn't get through because it was too busy.
Yikes.
Because Monday, Wednesday, Friday of last week, we got like a 3 pallet delivery each day, and each pallet has like 20 boxes on it.
Jeez.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it
So
sounds
then
like it.
we had the 20 boxes, like 20 boxes in the back, 20 boxes that were sitting out front from the delivery on Thursday that we didn't get to touch. And then Friday morning comes along and we get another 3 pallets.
Oh my
And so we're just
God.
like drowning in stock. And I am very happy that I've been off for the last couple of days because I did not have to deal with any of it.
Nice.
And I'm hoping that when I go to work tomorrow, that it's all gone.
Yeah, I hope so
Because
too.
we're done with our big deliveries. We're only getting like just like the few boxes every day now from other stores. And I'm so very excited that we don't have to deal with 3 pallets at a time because it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's all done when you go in tomorrow.
Me too. Especially because I'm working in the afternoon, so that gives the morning person all morning to get through stuff without me.
Mm-hmm. And
Anyways,
then,
what's our other question?
Our other question is like a hypothetical, what would you do kind of thing. It's okay, so if you would earn $10,000 a day, but at any point in that day, you are spontaneously completely naked, would you do it?
Yeah.
I know, same. I mean, like, that's easy. Like, if you're making 10 grand a day,
Just
you
stay
don't
home.
have to go out. And if
Right.
it's only once per day,
As
you
soon as
just
it
wait for
happens,
it
you
to
can go
happen. You
out.
could go to, yeah,
Right.
exactly. And as long as you're like,
Exactly.
you're good Cinderella and you don't stay out past midnight, you're totally fine. Granted. And then, like, we were talking about the hypothetical, and I was like, what happens to your clothes? They're gone. They, like, vanish. And the magic of this happening, they're gone. And I was like, you literally can just go buy, like, dollar t-shirts or, like,
Well, here's the thing. If you're making 10 grand a day,
you are
you
more
just
than easy.
order
Yeah.
so many things online, and you could live in like the perfect place, like that you would ever want,
Yeah.
that you would never want to leave anyways.
Exactly. And like there might be some days where like the entire day goes by and it happens at like 11:55 p.m.
That's fine. I stay home
But
all day
like yeah,
anyways.
exactly. I'm like I literally told him, I'm like, I'm a VTuber. I
Right.
literally could stream all day. My clothes could spontaneously disappear and I will keep doing my thing.
Right. And that's over $3.5 million a year.
Exactly. And I was like, that's such an easy choice.
Right.
And like, yeah, it might be a little bit awkward if like you have company over, but like all you have to do is like make tentative plans with people, right? Be like, hey,
Just hide blankets all over your like put blankets all over your house, and as soon as it
yeah.
happens, just throw a blanket on yourself.
And then just be like, I'm not sure when I'll be able to come out this day, but like let's shoot for the afternoon, evening.
Right.
And like you just plan everything then, which is that's when I do anything anyways.
Yeah.
So like unless I'm just chilling
Easy
at home,
question.
hanging out with like
The
a
only
friend or a
the only
partner.
problematic time I can see for that is if there are situations where you have to be out like all day, like if
Yeah.
you have like appointments and whatever that you cannot
Yeah.
avoid by going out.
Yeah.
Or if you're like um I don't know, like if you go on a vacation or something.
Yeah, that too. Just go somewhere where nude beaches are fine. And then you fit
Right,
right
just
in.
spend your day on the new. Yeah, there you
Exactly.
go. There,
Problem solved.
problem solved. Oh
Or like get
gosh.
like a private villa if you're doing that because you have enough money to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy question.
Yep. Plus, I was thinking about, I was like, you can just go to like the men's department and buy like a 10 pack of like t-shirts and just have a huge supply of that and wear that until they pop, like it just disappears, and then put on all your nice fancy clothes and go out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really do that anyways, but if I was making
Right.
10
I
grand
don't fucking go
a
anywhere.
day, I probably would be.
I literally like. I was talking to, my coworkers because like I literally don't go anywhere and do
I don't
anything.
either.
I go to work. I come home. I play my games. I watch my Netflix. I go to bed, and then I go back to work.
Same.
Yeah.
Literally same.
And then, like, I am very excited this weekend to, like, I'm actually going out to do something with my coworkers.
Nice. I love that.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe, like, I'm hoping that after this weekend, maybe we'll, like, actually go and do things more often.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know, I feel weird. I feel awkward, like, asking my coworkers, like, hey, let's go and do this thing. Because, like, what if they don't want to be friends outside of work, and then working with them is weird because I wanted to be friends outside of work, but they didn't.
I mean, that's on them at that point.
Right. But see, here's
You
the
don't
thing is that,
need to
like,
take
the
on the
ones that
awkward
I would
feelings.
ask to go and do stuff, none of them would say no. I guarantee it. Because they're all super chill.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But it should be fun. I'm a little sad that that we have to cancel D&D this week, but it's okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I might do a long painting stream that day then.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm not planning on going to work this weekend.
Well, honestly, like, this is the first time that I've canceled D&D, so I feel proud of myself for that.
I am proud of you. I know, I'm like, I felt bad last time I did it, but you were so supportive of it. I was like,
Right, literally, like, it's fine. It's literally just like, what? You went on a cruise and we were gone for like 3 weeks. Just kidding.
Yeah.
It wasn't all her fault.
No.
Other people had plans during
busy.
that time too.
Exactly.
Right.
Holidays in general are hard
good.
because, like, it's just when people plan stuff.
Yeah. We did really good though. We, like, honestly, we've only missed, like, I want to say, like, 6 or 7 weeks since we started.
Yeah, I
no,
think
it's
so.
been more than that. We
Has
missed the
it?
entire month of September.
Did we?
Yeah. Because I think Chow was out of town, or like, you and Akuma were out of town at the beginning of September.
Oh, yeah.
And then Chow had a thing the 1 week, and then I think Eve was out after that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but we missed the entire month of September. I remember that. So that's 4 weeks right there.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe like 10 tops, which is pretty good because we've been going since what, June, July?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
which
I
is
think
crazy
that's, like,
that
the
we've
longest...
been going for this long. And
I know. I'm like, I think it's
we're
the
only
longest
just now
campaign
getting
I've been
to
in.
hell.
I know. My God.
And, like,
and
what did Kiwi say? We like just got through, like, we're like barely through chapter 2.
Yeah. Also, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, come check out our streams on Saturday evenings.
It's freaking insane.
At 5 p.m. Mountain Time. 7 p.m. Eastern. As we descend into Avernus, which we have finally made the descent.
Right.
And are now in Avernus.
So there is 5 chapters of Descent into Avernus. So we're not even halfway through.
It's going to take us like 2 years. Oh, that's funny.
I'm excited though.
Me too. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun
down
there so far.
Level 5.
I know, we're level 5, and I feel like all of us are getting some really kick-ass shit.
I am so excited to get to level 6 because I get all of my cool shit at level 6.
I think I was going to start going into Blood Hunter soon so that I could become a werewolf.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to multi-class.
I don't know if I want to because I'm really enjoying a paladin, and I've never actually had like a high-level paladin.
Like, I've never multi-classed before, and I don't know that I would want to because, like, then you lose out on, like, the high-level stuff if we get there of your main class. But, like, I don't know. Like, level 6 is going to be really cool for me because I think I get a lot of my stuff back on short rest instead of long rest now. We all get initiative bonus from me now on level 6.
I love that.
Right? And some other stuff that I don't actually remember, but I'll look it up later. But I know that I get my next subclass boost at level 6.
Nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I might look into, like, the benefits of both and weigh my options.
I also don't know what class I would multi-class into.
Yeah, see, I'm like, I'm only set on the Blood Hunter because of the lycanthrope thing.
Right.
But otherwise, I don't know what the benefits are of that class. Which I think they're pretty cool, to be honest. But
see, like, part of me could, like, with the background lore of my character, and the whole devil possession thingamabobber that he's got going on, I feel like maybe could justify into like warlock sub multi-classing, and like have it turn out that devil is actually what would become my patron. But at the same time, cool. We already have a warlock.
That's true.
I don't think we need another one.
Yeah.
Because our warlock right now is a chicken shit.
He is kind of a chicken shit.
Chow, if you're listening, we're talking about you.
He knows.
I know, but it's just more fun to call him out directly.
It is fun to call him out.
Freaking, oh my god. We were freaking so aggressively gaslighting at Chow the other day.
It was great. It
was hilarious.
He deserves it a little bit.
Damn.
He's a chicken every fight.
He is. He plays it, quote unquote, cautious is what he calls it. I have been almost dead in I don't even know how many fights. And I am just as squishy as he is. Yeah. I'm a bard.
And I'm not supposed more hit points than us.
He does now. He didn't.
Yeah.
Before.
Fair. He didn't before, but he still played it safe this last fight where he was like, I'm going to stay all the way down here on the other side of the hallway where I can't see anybody. Whoops. Like,
right. And I was in the room right next to him when we started that fight. And I ended up way down in the hallway, right in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
And I lost over half of my hit points in one attack.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that, like, because is this one of his first, like, times playing D&D? I think it might be, right?
Maybe.
Because I think so.
Yeah, because wasn't the one that I tried DMing going to be his first?
Yes. And I think with that, because I remember when I first played D&D,
same with Eve, and she's always up at the fight.
That's true, too. I think I was always really scared of, like, getting hit and, like, losing hit points and, like, having my character die. So, like, I get it to a degree because I was a warlock, too, for my first character.
My first character was a wizard.
I get it.
Which is the squishiest class that exists.
True.
And I still, like, there was one fight, we were in a graveyard fighting a bunch of undead, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do something so cool. And I, like, flipped myself on top of, like, little, like, crypt building, and it fucking exploded the second my foot touched the roof.
Oh, my God.
And I went flying across the graveyard. I didn't die, thank God.
Thank God.
I got back up, and I freaking wiped out the entire graveyard because we had our DM didn't really know what he was doing all that much. And, like, I had such an OP item that I don't know how he let me do it. But basically we came across these, like, element crystals in some cave with some kobolds. I don't remember the whole context of getting them, but we had a bunch of these elemental crystals, and we had an artificer in our group. And so I had taken this really cool staff that I had, or no, it was my trident. And I worked with our artificer to, like, combine it with these elemental crystals and made the most OP magical weapon that I could ever have.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I literally wiped out, like, 20 undeads in this graveyard in a single attack.
That's nuts.
I know. It was a actually massive nuts. AoE attack with this, like, staff, like, this magical trident that I had.
Yeah.
And it was, like, it's pretty cool. But it was giving unrealistic expectations for every other campaign that I've ever played in since.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because all of my other DMs have known what they're doing, and none of them made the mistake of, like, letting that OP of a thing exist.
Yeah, fair. I mean, like, and it's fine to have that, but that's not really, like, a campaign kind of thing. It's a one-off kind of thing.
Right. That campaign was a hot mess.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would like to reinvent that character, though. Maybe not cool. As a wizard, but he was my first ever character.
Cute.
He's my little sea elf wizard.
Oh, I love that.
Right? He was so cute. I was writing a whole, like, short novel thing about his origins that I never finished because that campaign didn't continue, so I lost the motivation to finish it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
Okay, well, now that we've taken up half of the episode with our get to know you questions again,
as we do,
I feel like we do it constantly.
It is a frequent occurrence that happens, yes.
That's okay.
But sure, hey, we're consistent mind. With it at least. And consistency is key.
Oh my god. Right, at least we're consistent in tangents.
Yep. I mean, that's what we're good at. And it's called Just Saying, so...
We just say a lot of things.
We do just say a lot of things.
We just run our mouths constantly. Who the fuck even knows what we're talking about at any given point?
A lot of the time I don't. I'll be honest. But today, we're going to kind of go back to some Am I the Asshole stories, because it's been a while.
It has been. I mean, it's been a while since we talked about anything, because it's been like 3 weeks since we've been here, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah. True. It's been 3 weeks.
I mean, it's been 2 without episodes, so yeah, technically.
Yeah. I missed you guys.
We missed you guys.
Tell us how you are, because you forgot to ask.
No, again. I asked.
Did you?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I said, hi, how are you?
Oh.
After we
didn't threaten them this time, though.
We did not threaten you guys this time. We've turned a new leaf, new year, new us. No threats from us this year. Maybe. Well, that might change next week.
I don't know about all of that. New Year's resolutions never get stuck to, so...
Exactly. Oh, you guys have been safe for 2 weeks. It's back. We're back in business. Right.
You had a break from our threatening asshole selves, and now you're back by fully your own choice, or maybe we're holding you captive. I don't know.
Could you imagine?
Right? Nick thinks he's trapped in our basement.
I know. He does.
Even though your basement and my basement
don't exist. Well, mine doesn't.
Yeah, technically mine doesn't either.
No?
And even if they did, they'd be in different countries.
Exactly.
In different time zones.
Okay, so get this. What if I move up that way, and then we get a house
with a basement,
and then we put Nick in it, and we make him stream for us, because this is what he's talked about us doing already.
Right?
Even
Except
though
Nick doesn't live anywhere near us.
Yeah,
either of us.
Literally.
That's okay. Nick.
Silly goose.
We're coming for you.
Oh my, there's the threat.
But it's not like a general public threat. It's a very specific personal threat.
Yeah. And we might be coming to take you for ice cream. Personal threat?
Blade. Yes. For your absolutely outrageous comment of orange juice and cereal. You're going to jail for that.
Literally. I don't think I've ever actually met anybody who has had orange juice with their cereal until that moment. And I was aghast.
I drank orange juice while I was having cereal, but why would you put orange juice in your cereal?
It's heathen behavior.
His argument was that it was fruity cereal, but no.
No.
That's just no.
No.
At that point, just eat it dry or starve.
And that almost makes it worse, because orange juice gets that weird flavor sometimes when you have super artificially sweet things. So if you have super sugary sweet cereal with tart orange juice.
I love orange juice.
I fucking love orange juice.
Maybe I might get some orange juice.
The fake sugar and the excess sugar in cereal makes orange juice more tart and sour than it actually is. And it's not as appealing to me in that moment. I fucking love orange juice though. God. Ha. That's funny.
Oh my God. No, it wasn't.
I mean, I thought it was kind of... You're laughing at it.
Because I'm laughing at how stupid my own comment was. Oh my God. Anyways. Oh my God. Jesus. Okay. Do you want to go first with your stories?
Sure. I have quite a few saved. Let's see. This one is newly posted. It's a bit lengthy, so bear with me, you guys, because I don't know how to read.
Damn.
This is from user Much comment 1327 and said, "Am I the asshole for denying my ex his son after he abandoned us and I took the choice alone to give him up for adoption?" This is a throwaway. So get this is fake because new account comments out early. I, 32 female, had a baby boy when I was 16. Yes, I know how that sounds. No, we weren't careful. Judge me all you want on that front. I've dealt with that for years. Mike, 33 male, was my boyfriend then, and when I found out about my pregnancy, he did a disappearing act with the help from his family. That's fucked, honestly. Something, future college star something. My parents were always blunt. What happened next was my choice. After a lot of thinking and deciding abortion just wasn't for me, I respect that right. I'm not here to debate it. It just was not for me. I chose to give up the baby for adoption. My parents knew a super sweet couple that were looking to adopt. We met and I just knew that they were going to be the right people. This turn from a teen mistake to an almost surrogacy. I started homeschool to finish my education and to have rest. The adoptive parents were with me for everything and even paid for most of the medical cost. The adoptive mother was a teacher, so she helped me with my schoolwork and prepare me for college. They were present for the birth and I refused to hold the baby. Instead, his actual mother did. And it was just right. I've stayed in the baby's life in a distant position as a special aunt. Well, he's no longer a baby and he knows who I am, but his mom is the same woman that raised him and I continue to be his special aunt. I don't know why I went from aunt to aunt. Ignore it. The only change is now he knows who to call if he needs a kidney. His sense of humor is like mine, go figure. We talk maybe once in a blue moon, which in all honesty is the best. He's happy and I don't regret giving him up to have a happy life. For my part, I married 6 years ago. My husband, Aaron, 44 male, was divorced in good terms with Bella, 40 female. They have 2 children together, a boy that is 16 and a girl that is 19. Aaron made it clear since we began dating that his kids' approval was important and that Bella was part of his life forever. Not as a spouse, but as a friend and mother to his children. I also told Bella and told him about my teen pregnancy. Well, to begin with, the kids, my stepdaughter, and I get along well. She's obviously closer to her mother, but she still does girls' days with me every so often. It's more like friends, though. My stepson is incredibly close to me. He calls me his other mom and always asks me to be present for important events. We bonded when his childhood dog passed away, as my cat died about the same time. Bella and I were best friends. I know people have complicated relationships with their partner's exes, but we always show respect to each other. I never tried to take her place. I know Aaron and her shared something special long before I was in the picture. That's their history. And I'm a stepmom, not a mom. Her place in the kid's life is not up for competition. The reason for this background is that the whole mess with Mike started when I took my stepson to a medical appointment. It wasn't serious, though he did have to use anesthesia. Aaron and Bella both couldn't get the day off. They tried, but their jobs are on call and they cannot easily take time off. So I went on my own to be my stepson's support. I didn't recognize Mike as one of the doctors. His real name, both first and last name, are incredibly common, and it has been for years. Not to mention, my priority was being my stepson's support, and everything else was secondary. After my stepson was done, he was a bit out of it as expected. I was setting him up in the car and making sure he was comfortable when Mike came over. He told me he had been thinking about me and our son for so long, and he was glad our boy was okay. It really took me a few minutes for my brain to click on what was going on, and he kept on rambling about apologies and how he wasn't ready to be a father, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, I just sigh and loudly say, "This is not the baby I was pregnant with. I gave him up for adoption after I gave birth. I'm a stepmother." My loopy stepson chimed in with, "Other mom!" That's so cute.
God.
I had to hold back a smirk, to be honest. Mike was stunned by that, and it gave me time to catch him up on the important details. I gave up the baby. He knows what happened and why I gave him up. I married a man with 2 children. I'm happy, and I don't want him in my life. And no, I won't give him contact information for the adoptive family. He is 16 years too late. That was the end of it, and I got into my car to get my stepson home to rest. Since then, Mike found me on social media and has been painting this sob story about me denying him a chance to be a father. How I was a poor mother that threw away her child to raise someone else's children. I'm basically the she-devil, apparently. Most of our former classmates that saw the post reminded him that he left me. Some of his high school friends even pointed out he laughed about leaving me pregnant. I didn't know that part. A few of his relatives have reached out to bash me about taking Mike's chance to be a father. That it made me a poor Christian. I'm not. I'm Jewish to begin with. A few friends did tell me it was a bitch move to give up the baby without telling Mike. I don't personally think I was in the wrong, but in case I decided to leave the judgment to the internet masses. So, Reddit. Am I the asshole? No.
No.
Not at all.
He's an asshole.
He left and laughed about it.
Right.
And he's had ample opportunity to find another woman to be happy with and like start a family with. That's on him for not like making that happen. But honestly, it just sounds like he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And probably nobody wants to fucking be with him because he's talking about his ex from 16 years ago that he got pregnant and then left, disappeared completely. Like, if he had gone to her at that time and was like, I'm not ready for this. Genuinely, I'm not. And tried to help her through it or like actually talk it out or something like that, it might have been a different story, but then there would be a post. So
right. Yeah. No, she's not the asshole. He is.
No, because like she did everything right. Like she found people who like really would take care of her son.
Right.
And like they're happy and like it's not like she's not a part of her son's life too. And like the fact that they also
even if
said
she
that
wasn't, it wouldn't make a difference.
No, it definitely wouldn't. But like them even saying that she threw away her son to be parent to someone else's kids, I'm like, you don't even know the story. So like man, it bothers me when people like really don't take the opportunity to just communicate with others and be like, hey, like I'm just trying to understand everything, like what's going on. I mean, if you're gonna make it your like if you're gonna be nosy and be in people's business, at least get the whole story.
Right.
That's my humble opinion. Also, I'm a little salty about stuff like that right now because I'm having drama with like people like believing things that aren't true and stuff like that. Drama.
People suck.
Drama.
Yeah.
I don't like it to be about me. I like hearing about it.
Right.
I like knowing about it. But I don't like to be like part of it. So.
Right.
And say what you will, but like I fully try to make sure that there's not drama in my lives and like or in my life. And like I over communicate my lives.
Confirmed Serafina has multiple personalities.
Yep. Confirmed I am Moon Knight.
Damn, okay.
That'd be pretty sick, honestly. Anyways.
Being the croissant man.
Yep. The croissant. Just fly around as a croissant all night.
Oh my god. I fucking can't.
You guys have been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, so
we have
it's just in the brain. I'm probably gonna play after this too.
Honestly, same.
Love that.
All right. My wife is mad that I met the grocery delivery at the lobby instead of letting them come up to us. First of all, sounds like you are a very nice person.
Yeah.
Because depending on how far up you live in what I'm assuming is an apartment building, that's like unnecessary to make them go all the way up. And I'm saying that as someone who used to deliver groceries to people. I hated having to go all the way up. Especially if it was a big order, because God forbid you can't take it in one trip. You have to go all the way up, put stuff down, go all the way back down, and then go all the way back up again.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
No.
Anyways, my wife is against tipping under any circumstances. Sidebar, already an asshole.
Yep, red flag.
Aside from sitting down in a restaurant, then she'd be okay with tipping 10 to 15%.
What?
We're in a high cost of living city in the US and do all right financially. I work and she doesn't, but she is like my secretary, helping me with admin stuff like scheduling, finding stuff online, and making calls. But I do all of our cooking or takeout ordering. Today we had a huge grocery delivery order. I feel bad for making the delivery person spend so much time if we're not going to tip him. So I waited 20 minutes at the lobby for him while doing something, not just wasting time on my phone, and met him at the lobby. Then loaded everything into a trolley owned by the apartment and brought it up myself. My wife is mad at me for wasting time on that when he could have come up on his own. I don't think it's right to make him spend so much time on our order if we're not going to tip him. In the past, she's gotten mad at me for tipping delivery drivers, so I thought she would be less mad if I did this instead, but it didn't seem to make a difference. Am I the asshole for not wanting to exploit people?
Absolutely not.
Right. And
okay. First of all, he needed a trolley to bring it up.
Right. Like, that's...
There's no way that delivery driver was going to be able to get all of that in there in one trip.
No. It comes with a bonus, am I the asshole?
Oh.
She said the groceries will be delivered with no tip in the future. I asked her which would upset her more, tipping and having them come up, or not tipping and meeting them at the lobby. She said, fuck you for making an ultimatum. Am I the asshole for asking that question?
Ultimatum? Is she fucking crazy?
Yes. That is
First
exactly
of all,
what is happening.
Part of that, though, too, is, like, not to be like this person, but, like, it's not even her money that's getting spent on this. I know that, like, married, it's technically their money. But, like, I don't know why she's so concerned when he's the one that, like, is working to make sure that they're financially secure and they're well off enough that it's not a problem. Also, he said that even when they go out, she only tips 10 to 15%, which is already gross to me, too. I'm like, you're tipping for a service being done for you. You are not going out to do your shopping. It is a service. And yes, there are service fees already associated with it, but the tip is for, like,
grocery delivery drivers do not make that much just base. No. It's mostly tips.
Exactly. But she doesn't know that because she's probably never had to do that in her life.
Right.
So she has no semblance of, like, what it's actually like to be in a position where you are working for tips.
Their first comment is very, like aggressively correct at OP, and like the OP has responded and said that they're 100% correct. So I'm gonna read it. So right here it is. Your wife sounds controlling, emotionally immature, and frankly kind of entitled. The fact that she gets mad, not just disagrees, but actually gets angry over something as small as tipping a worker or how you choose to handle a grocery delivery. That's not just an opinionated partner. That's someone who throws tantrums when things don't go exactly her way. It's manipulative as hell, and instead of recognizing how ridiculous this is, you're bending over backward to avoid triggering her. That's not a partnership. It's a hostage situation where you're constantly trying to predict what will keep the peace while she gets to enforce arbitrary rules without consequences. And let's be real, you're making 6 figures and she doesn't work, yet she's dictating how you spend a few dollars on a tip while contributing nothing financially. That's next level control. Even worse, she doesn't just want things her way, she wants you to feel bad for even questioning her stance. That's why she lashed out when you asked her to clarify her preference. It wasn't about the question itself, it was about you daring to challenge her authority in any way. It's not about groceries or tipping, it's about the fact that she needs to control you, and you've let it happen for so long that now you're afraid to just do the right thing without her permission. Wake up. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that's factual, though.
This person's like, an OP said, you're 100% correct. Thank you for seeing things as they are and putting them into words. I am awake, but I don't know how to even start getting out of this situation. Damn.
Yeah. That's
Which is
rough.
an unfortunate reality for a lot of people that are in situations with like bad partnerships and like things that are like a lot of them are in like, not to like compare people's troubles, but like objectively worse situations than this.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't know how to go about changing the situation.
Right. And like, it's crazy that it's like also the small things that are sometimes the things that will like really show you who someone is. But like, even him saying that like she doesn't like to tip anywhere outside of a sit down restaurant, and even then it's 10 to 15%, then don't go out to eat. That's crazy to me. I'm like, that's how much I tip when I'm picking up an order. because I feel weird about not tipping even when I'm doing just like carry out. Because they still take the time to make the food and pack it and everything like that. But it's also, I'm not sitting down in the restaurant and being waited on.
Right. I pretty much, anytime that there is an option to tip at a place, I will tip.
Yeah.
There are very minute exceptions. Like, there's random, like, mall, food court, fast food places that have a tipping screen on their thing that I don't personally feel it's, like, they don't, it's not a regular kind of tipping place. Like,
yeah.
where it just
fast
feels
food
weird.
is not a normal place to be tipping.
Right. And I feel like most people probably wouldn't tip at a fast food place. Like, for just normal, like, if you're just standing there at the counter waiting for them to hand you the thing, like, that's not really overly extra service that would require, like, justify a tip, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird area.
It is, especially with more and more places like not paying the greatest. Like a lot of like delivery and like DoorDash and Uber
Delivery.
Eats and
I order
everything
delivery
like
a lot, whether it's groceries, takeout, Amazon, whatever. Well, Amazon you can't really tip your driver, but like
no.
Other stuff, I always tip.
Mm-hmm. See, and I don't order delivery because I don't have the excess money to tip.
Fair enough.
Because like I look at the service fees and I'm like, okay, this is charging me $10 extra.
Yeah, see,
when I could drive the 10-15 minutes to go get it.
All of my delivery stuff, like I don't have like crazy service fees on, so I feel okay about using them and then just putting what would have been the service fee to the tip.
Yeah. Well, and see, like if that was the way that it was, I'd feel better about it. But it'll be like $3 service fee for having them on the app. The food is already more expensive. I've literally looked and checked. Like Chipotle prices are higher when you're ordering it for delivery. Just outright.
Feel like that's gotta be like that's not really the case here for most places. I find
it's definitely the case here. Like I've actually checked, like
that's
based on like
kind of crazy
what's on their menu. Yeah, like okay, so
hold on, I'm gonna look right now at something. You carry on while I'm just gonna look at something.
So I was ordering pizza from this place, right? Yeah. And it was going to be ordering through this app to order pickup from their restaurant, right? Cool, great. I'm looking at the prices because I looked at the menu earlier just to kind of scope it out. And it wasn't a large difference, but it was like $1.50 to $2 difference in all of the pricing of all of their food from the app versus their menu. And so I was like, well, what the hell? Why am I doing that when it's just a carry out?
Right.
Like, why am I having to pay more? I don't like that. So then I just called the restaurant. I was like, hey, can I put in an order for carry out? And they're like, sure, what can I get you? And I'm like, wow, easy, done. Like, I understand that there's a convenience of that, but when you're doing carry out, that just doesn't seem right to me. But yeah, and then in Chipotle's app, I've literally looked at the difference when you change from pickup to delivery. There's like, I'm going to look, while you looked up your thing, I'm going to look to see what the difference is between their pricing on delivery and pickup really quick.
So, okay, we're adding this. So I am on I just picked Wendy's because that was the last thing that I ordered the other day. We'll pick dine-in because that's like the regular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? There is a difference.
Really?
It's not that much, but like there is. It's like $2.
Interesting.
How much of a difference is there for what you're looking at?
Okay, so if I were to have, let's see. Okay, I don't know why Chipotle signed me out, but whatever. Okay, so if I were to build a burrito, can you please work? Hold on, it wants me to sign in again.
But yeah, it looks like for most things, it's like within $1.50 to $2 difference on Uber Eats compared to their online menu.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know why my Chipotle app is being like this right now. But I know that I've seen it because I was shocked where I was like, oh, there's like multiple dollar difference here. That's whack. All right, so for a smoked brisket burrito, it's $13.50 for pickup.
Yeah.
And if I do delivery,
I feel like it
so
also
much
depends
easier.
on the place.
Yeah.
And what app you're using.
True. Hold on, I'm just gonna look really quick. Oh my god. So I
Plus,
said
I
it
will
was
not use the app
13.
while driving. I'm sitting at my desk. Leave me alone.
I said it was $13.50 for the smoked brisket burrito, right?
Sure.
For pickup. It's
Yeah.
$17.55 for delivery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
The chicken is $12.55 versus pickup. Here.
Right.
Pickup. $9.65. So it's like a $3 to $4.50-ish difference.
But yeah, see, it depends on the place because that was like Wendy's was like $1.50 difference,
Mm-hmm.
but McDonald's, just looking at like a 10-piece nugget meal, is like on Uber Eats is hold on, go back. On Uber Eats is $17.89, but on the McDonald's app is $14.50.
Yeah. Well, like what gets me is that it's already more expensive. Like the Chipotle app is a little bit different. I know that that's probably their servicing fees for whatever.
Yeah.
But like on DoorDash and Uber Eats, where they're marking up the price of the food, and then they also have their service fees, which are like $3 or so. Plus, then like they'll have like an extra like delivery fee of like $1.50.
See, that's
And then they
like
tack on a few other things. And by the time
I
I'm even getting to the tipping,
yeah.
it's like $10 more than what it originally was, which is
See,
nuts to
honestly,
me.
I use Uber Eats enough because sometimes I'll use it for groceries too, depending on what promotions I have.
Right.
That I do. Um, I have Uber One,
Mm,
which is like I don't know, $10 a month,
yeah.
and that like basically cuts out delivery fees entirely and like halves at least the regular service fees.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it kind of worth it if you're actually using the app, which I do,
Yeah.
because it also applies to like Uber cars, which I do use very occasionally if I
Mm-hmm.
happen to miss the bus to work
Totally.
while I'm here without a car.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get a new car, I probably won't use delivery as much because I will be able to just easily go and pick things up.
Exactly.
Tax season can't come fast enough. I need a
I
new
know.
car.
I'm waiting for my W-2 to come in, like just
Right?
itching
The
for it.
second, because I only have the one job to file for, so the second that form comes in, I'm filing my taxes and getting my return as soon as possible.
Yep.
Which most years I feel like I'm always behind. Like I didn't do my taxes last year until like end of March, early April.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I always try and do mine just like in February, as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
I don't know why I didn't do it earlier last year. I got a really good return last year though,
Yeah.
which helped a lot with like expenses because I had just moved right before tax season last year
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
for other reasons
Yep.
that we're not going to talk about.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyways, we got on another tangent, and now
We
we're like
did.
at time. That's okay. We're back on regular schedule now, so we'll do some more stuff next week. I have some fun ideas that I want us to do soon that I have taken inspiration from one of my like favorite podcasts to like watch videos from.
Mm-hmm.
You watch The Basement Yard?
Oh my god, I fucking love
I
him.
fucking love The Basement Yard. But there's some like fun little like things that they've done on there that I kind of want to see how well we can do at them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
exciting.
maybe we'll try some of that next week.
Yeah.
But yes, I am very excited that we are back.
Me too.
It's a long 2 weeks without you guys not telling us how you are.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the flip flops.
Bye, guys.